Hi guys, it's Jess and welcome back to my channel. And today is a very special day today because I look ridiculous. That is enough of that. Yes, it is Doctor Who Day today. It's the 23rd of November and it is Doctor Who's 57th birthday. Oh yes! So if you don't know already, I am a huge Doctor Who fan. If you don't know that, where have you been, to be honest, because I do mention Doctor Who quite a bit on my channel. I wasn't going to do this reading vlog. I didn't have this reading vlog planned on my schedule, but yesterday I decided, do you know what, I'm gonna do a reading vlog and I'm gonna base it around the thing I love the most other than reading, which is Doctor Who, and I am gonna try and read as many Doctor Who related books as possible as a way to celebrate the birthday of the Time Lord, that is the Doctor.
I'm the Doctor and this is Graham. And this is Judy. And can you pause all sales protocols for a bit?
So normally I would sit down and watch a bunch of my favourite Doctor Who episodes when it's Doctor Who's birthday, but I'm going to do something a little bit different this year. So normally I would sit down and watch a bunch of my favourite episodes for Doctor Who Day, but I feel like reading some Doctor Who content instead, and I have a few books that I do need to get to, and today is the perfect excuse for that. So I have 5 books here that I want to try and read today, and I know I'm being a little bit ambitious, but hey, this year has been chaotic. I'm going to add some more chaos into my life that I really don't need, but I'm not a normal person. So we have Adventures in Lockdown, which is a book of short stories written by various different writers, and it was put together for children in need, and it's just stories that people have written during lockdown, and yeah, I'm really excited for this one. It's very cute. Then we have Time Lord Victorious, The Knight, the Fool and the Dead. I honestly don't know if I am going to read this one today because I am waiting for the second book to this, which comes out in December. So I'm not sure if I'm going to get to this one today. I kind of want to wait until the second one comes out so I can binge them both at the same time. But this one features the 10th Doctor and I don't really know what it's about. Then we have I Am the Master, which is a collection of short stories all about our favourite Renegade Time Lord, and I love this cover. I love how purple it is. I love that purple is just the Master's default colour these days. I know Sacha Dhawan's Master wears purple, Missy wore purple, I think John Sim's Master had a purple lining in his coat when they did the multi-master story.
You mean I'm going to turn into a woman and you don't even remember it happening?
Oh. Am I a woman then?
Well, kind of, yeah.
Hold me.
Kiss me.
Make me.
Did you want to be alone?
So I'm very excited for this one, and I know there is a story in this book all about Bram Stoker. So I'm excited for that because you guys know I'm a bitch for Dracula. Then we have this Tardis Type 40 instruction manual, which I got for Christmas one year and I still haven't read. And yeah, it's all about the TARDIS. And it tells you like all of its dimensions and how you can use it and that kind of thing. Just a bit of an encyclopedia. So that one's a relatively short one. I might get to that one today. And then we have Silhouette, which is a 12th Doctor novel, and I have read this one before, but I just really wanted to read it again because it's got that Christmassy feel to it. It's all snowy and it's set in Victorian London. We've got the Paternoster gang, which they are like so funny. So I might get to this one today as well. I have already started reading Adventures in Lockdown. I did film this intro earlier this morning, but then the file got deleted by me accidentally. So I'm filming it again for your pleasure. But yeah, I started reading this morning. I've read about 4 stories, so I haven't got many to go, and they are relatively short, and it's a relatively short book, so this one's not going to take me too long to read anyway, but I'm really enjoying it. Some of the stories I have already read because they were posted online throughout previous lockdown, as part of the Doctor Who lockdown watch-alongs that they were doing, and a whole bunch of other cool stuff. So some of them I do know, but it is really nice to read them again in book format. And I love this book because it has like some amazing illustrations in it. Like, look at that. That is such a cute drawing. And then we've got this one here featuring the 8th Doctor, Paul McGann. And speaking of the 8th Doctor, I am wearing, I don't know if you can see it, but I am wearing the 8th Doctor's t-shirt today because he is my favourite Doctor, without a doubt. I mean, I love Matt Smith and I love Peter Capaldi as well. I love them all, basically, but the 8th Doctor, Paul McGann, is my favourite.
Yes! What? These shoes! They fit perfectly. Yes.
So I'm kind of tempted to put the Doctor Who movie on today as well, but I don't have a lot of time because it is coming up to 11 o'clock, and like I said, I did film this intro earlier, but yeah, technical difficulties being my fingers. So it only leaves me about 6 hours to try and read as much as I can before my boyfriend gets home, and I will read some more tonight, definitely, but I don't know if I'll vlog because I kind of feel a bit weird like vlogging when my boyfriend's around. Like, I don't know, like he knows I do this and he's very supportive and he helps me with a lot of my channel art and things like that, but I don't know, I'm just not at that stage yet. I'm not confident yet, so we'll see, maybe in the future. But for now, we're gonna vlog for the next 6 hours and we're gonna see how many books I can read. I need to go and quickly film another bit for another vlog that I need to finish because I accidentally deleted that as well. And then I'll get to reading and I will see you all in a little bit for the Doctor Who Day party. So I've just finished Adventures in Lockdown and it was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed it. Each story had a very different feel to it, but ultimately it was Doctor Who, you know, and I loved that we got to explore many different characters like the Corsair and Rory Williams and this guy called George, and yeah, I really like this, so I would really recommend this if you're a Doctor Who fan because it's such a super quick read, and you know, even if you wanted to, you could just read like one particular story one day at a time. It's just a lot of fun and it'll be really good for younger readers as well. I think the next book I'm going to start is this one, I Am the Master, Legends of the Renegade Time Lord, because I am so excited for this book and I've been excited for this book since I heard that it was going to be released. I think it was back in March that it was announced that they were releasing this, and the original release date was in July, but then it got pushed back to November. So I've been waiting quite a while to get my hands on this, and I'm so in love with the Master as a character. I've always loved the Master, and reincarnation has been very unique and a lot of fun. And Sacha Dhawan, who is this guy on the cover, if you don't know, is probably my favourite incarnation to date. I really loved John Sim. I liked Michelle Gomez as well, but initially John Sim had always been my favourite incarnation. But after seeing Sacha in the show this year and just seeing how crazy and volatile his Master was, I just really, really liked him, and he did something with that role that was just absolutely incredible. So I'm just excited to read this book. So I'm gonna sit down and get my nose stuck into it now. And it's quite a chunky book. It's over 300 pages. So I don't know if I am gonna finish this today. I'm being quite ambitious, but we will see. I've still got like 5 hours of reading time. So I reckon I could do it if I just sit down and put my phone away. We'll see. So I've just finished the first story in I Am the Master, which was called Anger Management. And honestly, I'm a little bit confused by that story. But it's Doctor Who. It confuses me all the time, so that's what I wanted, to be honest. It's what I expected. But yeah, I don't know how I felt about that story. But we're moving on to the next one now, which I believe is all about Bram Stoker and like the Master meets Bram Stoker, and it's set in Whitby. I think that's what this one is. And honestly, when I read about that one, I knew that I had to buy this book even more because I love Bram Stoker, I love Dracula, I love Whitby. Doctor Who and Bram Stoker, perfect. They did Mary Shelley in series 12, and that was amazing. So to see the Master with Bram Stoker is gonna be a wild time, I suspect. Yeah, this is the Whitby one, and I'm so excited to read this. Here we go. I just finished The Dead Travels Fast, which is the Bram Stoker story, and I want it to be so much longer. Like, it was so good. It was so good as a short story, but if it was like a full-blown novel, oh my gosh, I need that in my life. It was great. It was so much fun. I loved the gothic vibes in it so much, and I just love everything about it. And it was only like 40 pages long. I've only read 2 stories, but this is my favourite story so far. I have 4 more to go, but I have decided that this is my favourite story. It's probably because I'm biased, but I don't care. Anyway, I'm pretty tired right now, and it's like 2:30. It's taking me ages to read today because I just keep getting distracted by my phone. So I need to go and put my phone in another room for a little bit and just read solidly for a couple of hours without distraction if I'm going to get this done in time. So I'm going to make myself a caffeinated beverage right now because I'm very tired and I could nap quite easily right now. And I'm going to try and get the rest of these stories finished so that I can start another book before 5 o'clock. Alright guys, so it's been about an hour or so since I last did an update. I'm halfway through this now, and I'm really enjoying it. I'm really enjoying reading about the Master and seeing what kind of trouble he causes and gets into. And I've always found the Master a really interesting character and such a great villain. And these stories are just a whole lot of fun. I'm really, really enjoying it. I'm having such a good time reading it. And the last story I read actually was rather nice because it showed the Master in quite a nice light, actually. And he went out of his way to try and save somebody who he considered a friend. And we don't often get to see that with him. So that was nice. And I hope we get to see more of that in the last 2 stories. So I've read 4 of the short stories already, and I've got 2 more to go. The last one is like 100 and something pages. So quite a long one in comparison to the other ones. I've had a great afternoon wasting my time just reading a decent chunk of this. I don't think it's a waste of time, but some people might think it's a waste of time. I don't know. But I have read a lot today already. The first book I read, Adventures in Lockdown, was like 170 pages, and I've read like 162 pages of this. So, I mean, that's a lot for me, considering as of late I haven't been reading a lot and I've only just been getting back into it. So I'm thinking of taking a little break from this now, and I'm going to start another book, and I wanted to start this one. This is the Tardis Type 40 Instruction Manual. So it's all about the TARDIS. If some of you aren't familiar with Doctor Who, then the TARDIS is the Doctor's time machine, and it stands for time and relative dimension in space, and the Doctor can literally travel anywhere through time and space. And the TARDIS is a pretty cool, pretty powerful machine, and I'm looking forward to reading a little bit more about it. It's a proper nerdy book, so I think I'm going to enjoy this. I've had it for a while. I was gifted it for Christmas, probably, I want to say nearly 2 years ago. I think that's how long I've had this. My boyfriend's parents bought it for me, and it's just been sitting on my shelf and I just haven't got to it. And I remember a few weeks ago, actually, my boyfriend said he wanted to read it. He was in the mood to have a look through it, and I think that kind of reminded me that it was there and I still needed to read it. So I'm going to do that now because it's relatively short and it's got lots of pictures in it as well. So I can look at the pictures, and I mean, there's not really a lot of text. I mean, there's lots of diagrams and things, so it shouldn't take me too long to get through this. I need a break from the master. As much as I love him, I need to put that book down for a little bit before I get too burned out, and I'm going to try something else, and hopefully I can get this one finished this evening, and then I can go back to this and finish this tonight, and then I will have done 3 books. And there is absolutely no way that I will be able to get to Silhouette tonight, but that's fine because, like I said, that's a reread. I've read that already, and I don't think I'm going to read the Time Lord Victorious book because I'm going to wait until the sequel to that comes out, and I'll read them both together. But yeah, I'm going to stop talking now, and I'm going to go and freshen myself up a little bit, try and wake myself up, and then I'm going to sit down and I'm going to start the Tardis Manual, and we'll see how I get on, and I'll talk to you a little bit later. I am really liking this book, and boy do I feel like I am on a Gallifreyan university course right now. I feel like I am in the academy and I am a Time Lord in training, and I'm learning how to pilot a TARDIS, and it's really in depth actually, and it talks about the measurements of the TARDIS's exterior and interior. It's talking a little bit about the key and how if you mess with time and timelines, you can end up severing the connection between the Time Lord and the key and the TARDIS. It's really interesting. I'm really liking it. It is so much fun. It's such a great distraction from real life right now, and I wish I'd read this sooner because it's great. And also it's got some really good throwbacks to some of the classic episodes and some of the stories that happened in those episodes. And I still have a lot of classics that I need to watch. I am one of those people that's quite behind on all of the classic stuff. And I've seen quite a few classic stories. I've watched at least a couple of episodes from every Doctor in the classic series, but I have a lot of catching up to do. So it's nice that in this book they're talking a little bit about some of the classic stories and what happened. So I feel a little bit more knowledgeable on that part of Who history. But yeah, I'm really liking this. I'm going to carry on reading it. It's nearly 5 o'clock and my boyfriend is going to be home soon and he's going to interrupt my reading. But we'll see how much of this I can get done tonight. And like I said, I will go back to reading I Am the Master a little bit later, but I just need something a little bit different. And I'm feeling more awake now, which is great. So let's carry on with this Doctor Who party, and I will see you all in a little while, maybe. Hi guys, so it's been a few days, and for some reason I thought I'd done this update, but it turns out I haven't, and I got halfway through editing the vlog and I realised, crap, I didn't do an update. So I'm going to go through what I managed to read on Doctor Who Day for you now. So obviously we know about this one. This is Adventures in Lockdown, and I did manage to finish this. Real short read, really fun, loved everything about it. So I'm not going to go too much into that one. And obviously I started reading I Am the Master, and I managed to read a little bit more of this on Monday night. I got to page 205, which is the start of the last story in this book, and I'll probably get this finished either today or tomorrow, but I really like this one. The stories aren't that amazing, and there are a few that I just really didn't care about, but obviously the Whitby one really loved. Really liked the Missy's Magical Mystery Mission short story. That was a lot of fun. I love Missy. She is just absolutely hilarious, delightfully wicked. So I'm looking forward to getting this one finished. The last story looks really good as well, and I would definitely recommend this one if you are a fan of the Master, if you want to read something that's a little bit different, because he's a great villain to read about, and every story that he's in is just a lot of fun. And then obviously I started this one, Tardis Type 40 Instruction Manual, and I got to page 80, I believe. Yep, so I got to this page here, so pretty much like halfway through. I did intend to read a little bit more of this Monday night, but it just didn't work out because I was so tired and I ended up falling asleep pretty early. I don't know if I am going to continue with this one. I'm probably going to put it aside and read it another time. It is a relatively short book, so pretty easy to get it done in a day, but it's not on my priority of books to read or books to finish. It was just something to do on Doctor Who Day. And yeah, that is my update. Those were the 3 books that I ventured into, and I had a lot of fun.
I've had a lot of fun.
It was a very different way to celebrate Doctor Who's birthday, because normally, I think I mentioned this at the start of the vlog, I tend to like put my favourite episodes on and watch those all day. So it was quite a nice change to be reading actually, and I really liked that I picked books that had short stories in, because I got to explore loads of different places in a short space of time. Anyway, pretty happy that I managed to get like 1 3/4 of a book finished in one day. That's probably a new record for me, considering how things have been going recently. So yeah, I'm gonna wrap this vlog up here. Thank you so much for watching. Please Let me know in the comments down below if you're a Doctor Who fan like me. Let me know what you did for Doctor Who Day. Did you watch your favourite episodes? Did you read any of your favourite Doctor Who books? If you did read any of those books, let me know what they are and what you thought of them. Leave a cheeky thumbs up if you liked this video, and please subscribe to my channel so you can see more videos from me in the future. I would really appreciate it. And I will see you all in another video very soon. Bye guys.